There's a lesson I learned early on in life. Success is not an event. It's not something that arrives like a delivery at your door or some grand explosion that changes your world overnight. Success is quiet, it's slow, it's patient, and at its core, it's built on a foundation of simple disciplines repeated daily. You see, people often underestimate the power of small efforts. They think change must be dramatic to be real. They believe progress needs to be loud to be legitimate, but that's not how life works. True growth happens when you choose one small action, reading a page, walking 10 minutes, saving $5, and do it consistently, even when no one's watching. Especially when no one's watching. Simple disciplines seem almost too easy, too basic to matter, but they matter more than we realize. You might not see the benefit of flossing today, but do it every day for a year, and your dentist will give you a standing ovation. It's the same with your finances, your health, your mind, your relationships. One kind word each day won't seem like much. One healthy meal won't change your body. One saved dollar won't make you rich. But put them together, do them every single day, and you'll look back after a year, a decade, a life, and wonder how you ever got here. That's the reward of consistency. Now here's the tricky part. Just as simple disciplines lead to success, simple errors in judgment lead to failure. Not reading today won't ruin your mind, but skip it every day for a month and you'll feel the fog rolling in. Spending a few dollars recklessly won't bankrupt you, but do it every day and soon you're wondering why you're always behind. The cost of neglect is silent, but it's expensive. It's not what you do once in a while that shapes your life. It's what you do daily. The difference between success and failure often isn't dramatic. It's subtle. It's hidden in your habits. If you want a better future, don't wait for a revolution. Start a ritual. Something small, something daily, something honest, because small steps, when repeated over time, turn into big wins. There's a saying I once heard, don't major in minor things. It stuck with me because it reveals something about human nature. We often spend too much time, energy, and thought on things that don't really move the needle. We chase distractions, worry about things we can't control, and obsess over tasks that keep us busy but not better. It's easy to look busy. Anyone can fill a calendar or make a checklist, but the real question is, are the things you're doing today helping you become who you want to be tomorrow? Growth isn't about doing more, it's about doing what matters. It's about clarity. If you're going to take small steps, make sure they're on the right path. You don't want to be climbing the ladder only to realize it's leaning against the wrong wall. And the truth is, many people are. They're working hard but not wisely. They're consistent but not intentional, and that makes all the difference. You have to learn to say no to good things so you can say yes to great ones. Don't let the urgent steal from the important. Some things feel urgent. A text message, a notification, a low-stakes meeting, but they don't actually change your future. Reading a book, making a connection, building a skill, those are the things that shape your destiny. So take time to think, reflect, review, ask yourself, is this small step I'm taking today going to take me closer to the life I want? And if the answer is no, then shift, realign, recenter, because focus is power. And when you major in what truly matters, every step, even the smallest, becomes a meaningful investment. There's a principle I've seen play out over and over again. It's simple but profound. The slightest edge, repeated over time, creates a chasm between failure and success. Just a little more effort, a little more discipline, a little more patience. It doesn't seem like much in the moment, but over time it becomes everything. Imagine someone reading 10 pages of a good book every day. That's not much. It takes maybe 15 minutes, but do it for a year, and you've read over 600 pages. That's the equivalent of 10 to 12 life-changing books. Now imagine someone else who reads nothing, not because they're bad people, not because they don't want to grow, they're just busy, distracted, tired. And so, one day passes, then another. 1 year later, one has wisdom, insight, ideas, and the other has excuses. The difference didn't come from one giant leap. It came from a slight edge, and the edge compounds. This is the law of compound effort. The longer you stick with a positive behavior, the more its effect grows. A small workout routine turns into a fit lifestyle. A daily writing habit turns into a finished book. 5 minutes of journaling each night turns into emotional clarity. But the key is patience. Compound growth is invisible at first. You won't feel the change right away. That's what makes it hard. That's why people quit. But if you can stay with it, if you trust the process, you'll wake up one day and realize you've become someone completely different. Not because of luck, not because of chance, but because of small, smart decisions that stacked up over time. That's the power of the slight edge, and it's available to everyone. So start with something easy, something doable. Because when it's easy to do, it's also easy not to do. But the person who chooses to do it anyway, the person who honors the slight edge, will always come out ahead. It's funny how often people ask, how fast can I get there? Whether it's success, health, peace of mind, they want to know the quickest route. And I get it, we live in a fast world, fast food, fast answers, fast everything, but in all this speed we've forgotten something essential. Direction matters more than speed. If you're headed in the wrong direction, running faster only takes you further from where you belong. But if you're on the right path, even if your steps are slow, you're making progress that counts. It's not about how quickly you build. It's about how solid the foundation is, and you only get that foundation by slowing down, thinking deeply, and making thoughtful decisions. There's a story I often tell. Two people start walking at the same time. One walks quickly, but without a map. The other walks slowly, but with a clear destination. Guess who gets there first? It's always the one with clarity. The one with direction, so don't compare your speed to others. Someone else's sprint might just be a shortcut to burnout. Focus on your own journey, define your values, choose your pace, and stay the course. Remember, the race isn't always to the swift. It's to the steady, the consistent, the focused. When you walk in the right direction, even slowly, you eventually arrive. And when you get there, you'll realize that going fast was never the goal. Finishing strong was. One of the most powerful truths I've come to understand is this: growth is quiet. It doesn't shout, it doesn't post updates, it doesn't need applause. Real growth happens behind the scenes, early mornings, late nights, quiet discipline, silent decisions. And that's why many people miss it. They think if no one sees their effort, it doesn't count, but it does. The seed breaks the ground long before the tree reaches the sky, and the roots grow deeper in darkness before there's any sign of fruit. That's growth, that's transformation, invisible at first, but inevitable if you stay consistent. Too many people quit in the silent season. They do the work, but when no one claps, they lose motivation. They forget that the harvest always comes later. Not today, not tomorrow, but eventually, and when it comes, it's undeniable. That's why you must honor the process. Trust the work, let the results come in their own time. You don't have to announce your growth. One day, it will speak for itself. The promotion will show up. The transformation will be seen. The results will be loud. You won't have to tell people you've changed. They'll feel it, see it, experience it. But none of that happens unless you commit to the quiet part. The daily part, the small steps, because in the end, it's not about being noticed. It's about being prepared. So here we are. We've walked through the truth that success isn't a single moment. It's a journey paved with daily disciplines. We've uncovered how focus, not busyness, shapes a meaningful life. We've seen how the smallest decisions, repeated over time, become the largest transformations. And we've realized that while speed might thrill for a moment, it's direction that carries us to our real destination. Growth doesn't shout, it whispers, and only those willing to listen to that whisper every day will one day wake up surrounded by the roar of results. This isn't just theory, it's life. It's the quiet moments of choice, the early mornings of effort, the evenings of reflection. It's choosing to show up when it's hard, to keep going when it's slow, and to believe in the unseen when no one else claps. Because all great things, all meaningful victories begin not with fireworks but with footsteps. So take the step, just one, and then another, because over time, small steps don't just add up, they multiply. And that's the secret, not one giant leap, but many steady ones in the right direction. You don't need to change your whole life today. Just choose the next right thing. Just do today right. That's how the big win begins, not in noise, but in motion. Keep stepping forward. Your big win is already waiting.